Good girl.
This isn't snoring, right? It's purring?
This is purring. She's happy. This is happy.
Beanie, she's been everything to me since the very second I got her. I call her my canine antidepressant because you cannot be in a bad mood when she's in the room. She keeps me grounded and she keeps me laughing, and she saved me in a way, I guess, and then Violet Crown saved her. My name is Gina Van Simon, and this is my 10-year-old daughter, Beanie. She's an English bulldog. She's my first bulldog, and not anything that I expected, better than I expected. I raised Labrador Retrievers my whole life, and I had lost my previous lab, and I'd been a year without a dog, and I'd also been like a year out of a not good, abusive relationship, my first and last. And as I was healing, I thought, you know, maybe it's time to get another dog. And I thought, you know, I'm gonna get a dog that's gonna be schlumpy and lazy on the couch with me so we can be depressed together. My days in bed being depressed were over because she was not having it. She has been swimming since she was a puppy, and people said bulldogs don't swim. Bulldogs swim. She rides my scooter. We've traveled the world together. She's been to New York City and San Diego and the wine country and Nantucket. There's really nothing that she won't do.
Good girl.
There's something about this dog that is so different. She feels kind of human in a way.
Aha! It's that one.
Up until she was 8 years old, she was unstoppable.
Oh, so talented.
Last November, she started getting little infections, and then in early December,
She sort of like collapsed in the yard, and she wouldn't get up, and I knew right away something was wrong, and I'm like, we need to take her to the vet right now.
and I took her to this incredible clinic in Lakeway called Violet Crown.
So Beanie was transferred to me. She had come in over the weekend, and she was pretty ill. She was cyanotic, meaning her mucous membranes were blue from lack of oxygen. Blood pressures weren't the greatest. She was clearly in respiratory distress.
And that's when we found out she had pneumonia, and it was just super, super scary.
They put her in the oxygen tank, and she was there for 10 days. For the first 4 days, she barely moved. She was not responding to the antibiotics.
We didn't think she was gonna make it.
We ended up pulling out some pretty big gun antibiotics because we were worried we were running out of time with Beanie, and that Gina really wanted to give Beanie everything we could.
And about an hour or two before we were going to let her go, the vet called and said she's responding to this third antibiotic. So she turned the corner, and she came back after 10 days, and here she is. And we got out of the clinic in mid-December, right before Christmas. Because she was so weak, I got her a stroller. They had decorated that. We called it the Beanie Mobile, but it looked with streamers and her name cut out in tape. And they had kissed her with red lipstick, so she had lipstick all over her head. They had dressed her up in this little Christmas outfit.
We wanted it to be a grand going home party.
And Beanie definitely played the part and jumped right out of that stroller and ran right to her mom, Gina, ready to go home.
They were all so excited that she was here and she survived. It was just incredible.
We want to see some happiness back in at the end, because we don't always get to give them good news, but we got to give them good news this time, so we really wanted to highlight that so that they can go home and really celebrate her.
We had 8 really, really great months. Her life has changed a lot in those 8 months.
The first part of this was kind of treatment for pneumonia, but as she was in hospital, she kept developing other issues.
We didn't know at the time she had a heart condition, just out of the blue, and we weren't prepared for it. It was devastating.
Not every hospital has every single specialty. A lot of continued care with Beanie is more me trying to be the person that figures out where Beanie needs to go next. We paired up with CVCA because they have a great cardiology team.
They do these, what's called Holter tests. They put this vest on her that measures her heartbeat over 24 hours. And then they decide, does the medication need to be increased? You know, how's her arrhythmia doing? We've had to change certain things.
Good girl. Good girl.
Lots of medications that I am keeping track of with a spreadsheet. Instead of the incredibly athletic life that she had before, we're having to substitute little things. Like I got her all these different games. She learns them, and then she's like, all right, next, which is why there's so many of them.
Okay, here's your favorite part. It's the drawers. There you go. Good girl. Yay.
She did, really well for 8 months, and it was about 3.5 weeks ago. She came inside and she kind of collapsed. And I knew from the pneumonia to look at her gums, and they were white, which I knew she's not getting oxygen. And so we scooped her up, my wife and I, and we took her to Violet Crown. And we had a new doctor, Dr. Carballo.
We were expecting her to come in collapsed and not doing well. And she was definitely not doing well, but she definitely walked herself in like the little baddie that she is. Once I listened to her heart, I can tell it was very fast and very irregular. And so that was immediately very concerning. And then her heart stopped.
Dr. Carballo comes in and said, she coded. And do you want to do CPR? And I immediately said yes.
I've assisted in a lot of CPRs in the last 6 years, and usually it doesn't end well.
We gave her emergency medications, compressions, we intubated her, and she came back after the second round of compressions. So her heartbeat started again.
And so I ran in to let Mom know. We brought her back.
Thank God, thank God. And I was like, yay, and I was celebrating. I'm like, oh, she's gonna be okay.
At that point, I remember talking to Gina and saying, well, gosh, I'm really worried that it's gonna happen again. Sure enough, her heart did stop again.
And then Dr. Carballo came back about another 20 minutes later and said, she coded again. Do you want to do CPR?
It was terrible, it was scary.
And I said yes again,
And we did the same things, and she came back. And by that time, I think I had heard from her cardiologist. I had called a couple times during the first code, and we switched over her medication to a different one, which kept her out of that rhythm that she came in on.
And then they brought me back there to see her. There she was, back again.
It was a miracle.
They kept telling me, don't expect to bring her home.
I think statistically, only 4% of the codes that come back will still be alive in 2 weeks.
Another miracle, she was in the clinic for just 2 days, and she's been back for almost a month now.
You might bring them back, but they don't always walk out of the building. And so the fact that she walked out of the building is kind of a miracle.
I think it's a testament to the care, not only from our hospital, but the love and attention that Gina and Sherry have poured into that dog. Gina is Beanie's person. Gina was here pretty much almost 24/7. It got to the point where we'd be doing our morning rounds, and we all forgot that Gina was in the kennel in her PJs with Beanie. Beanie and Gina are like connected on a different level than you see even like most dog owners.
Gina just loves her so much. She would do anything. She has done anything for that dog.
Those are kind of your once-in-a-lifetime dogs sometimes, right? You don't always have what we call, we consider like our heart dogs or our soul dogs.
I I've never loved a dog like this. I've loved my dogs so much. Anybody can tell you, I absolutely love my other dogs. But Beanie she's my daughter. And we look kind of alike, don't we? She's prettier than I am. I got you something. It's a little mustache.
There's just a positivity about Gina. She put her full trust in us, and she believed that we could make a difference.
Get it.
She had so many reasons not to be here.
Beanie, she wanted to live. She had a lot of fight in her. She had a will to get home to her mom's, that's for sure.
Beanie will always probably be a legend here at this hospital.
I mean, she's just a bit of a miracle.
I wanted to tell this story now as kind of a tribute to her because she has made my life incredible for the last 10 years. And I want to show the world how incredible this dog is and how incredible this clinic is that saved her twice.